Guys, if you're here, you're looking to do a clean air mod on a GSXR 2011 or newer. Okay, I have looked everywhere. I mean everywhere. And I cannot find anything. So here I am to save the day. Okay, here's the air box. All right, I got everything, got the top off the air box. I got the gas tank up, ready to go. So don't worry about this. It's just a makeshift little oil catch filter I put in there because mine was ate up. Okay, this gets out the way just to stop the confusion. Let me set that over here. All right, I got that out the way. That's literally just the air filter. All right, so here's what we got, okay? We have 3 hoses. We have one right here, connects to the air box. It zips around, goes down, and it goes right here, okay? That's the other side of it on the crankcase, okay? Side A, hose 1. Side B, hose 1, okay? That's what we got. And we got the second hose here. Side A, also into the air box. It just does a little U and it hooks to the motor right underneath it. Side B, side A is up here on the air box. Over here, if we go around to the other side, we have a third hose. And man, something's biting my ankle. But anyway, here's our third hose, side A on the air box. I'm gonna move it out of the way. That's hose 3. Set that off to the side. Side B of hose 3 is right here, okay? Look, just one hose, okay? Connects right there. What you're gonna do, I'm gonna walk back around to this side. There's a few different ways that you can do this. You can literally do this like 3 different ways, okay? Trust me, I did all the research for you. You're welcome, but I'm sure of this, okay? What you can do is, this is called a pair valve right here, okay? You can take this out all together, all right? Yes, this is a wiring harness right here. No big deal. Unplug it, let it hang. No big deal, not gonna hurt anything, okay? Pull this pair valve out, take all these hoses off. What you're gonna do is you can either take this hose and this hose and literally just connect them together with a connector. That's after you take this pair valve out. Unplug that harness, let it hang. Connect these 2 hoses together. Get rid of this hose altogether. Hose 3 that we were talking about, get rid of it all together. Pull it out, be gone with it. Connect these 2 together, unplug your harness, let it hang. Take this one, hose number 1, on the A side that goes on the air box. You're gonna run it up longer, put it somewhere outside the bike, and put an air filter on the end of it, okay? This end of the hose gets an air filter that you buy from AutoZone, Home Depot, something like that. I said Home Depot, AutoZone, O'Reilly, something like that. Run it somewhere, put the air filter on it. This one right here just goes right back on your air box, and you're done with it. Okay, or you can go with option 2. Option 2 being leave your pair valve in here, okay? Don't rip all that out. Actually, let me reverse just a little bit to the very first one. If you don't want to take a connector and connect these 2 together, which is just the easiest way, if you don't want to do that after you remove the pair valve, you can take this hose and this hose all the way off if you want and just put block off plates. That's what you hear people talking about, block off plates. You can put it on the motor right here and just block them off. But the cheapest, easiest way is to just get you a connector and connect those 2 together if you're going to go with the first option. All right, now the second option is to leave your pair valve in there, leave your harness hooked up, leave all your hoses together. You're going to take hose 3, side A, and you're just gonna connect it to hose 1, side A. You're just gonna connect these together and you're done. Leave this on the air box where it goes. You're gonna connect these 2 hoses together and you're done. Just shy from capping off the air box. Of course, if you take this hose and you connect it to this hose, then you have 2 holes in the air box where this used to be connected and this used to be connected. You plug them off somehow. That's where people are saying plug the holes, use a screw, epoxy, JB Weld, caps, whatever the heck you use, you're gonna plug off those 2 holes on the air box, okay? Now, that is going to be what I do. I'm gonna take this one and put it to this one, cap off the 2 holes on the air box, put this back where it goes, be done with it. The third option, which actually I might do this too, this is the only thing I'm still investigating, is this hose right here. It's a little bit weird. People are telling me, you know, they've never seen 2 hoses on the back side of the air box like that, and this one is kind of throwing people off. So I was also told at one point And you know, I'm still going to do a little bit more investigating. I'm more than likely just going to do the second option, which was connect these two right here, this one, and be done with it. But I was also told for the third option, you can take this one and this one and run it up here on like a T type thing and connect them both to this one, and then plug all three of those holes on the airbox. That's the third way you can do it. Take this one, run it up to this one, put a little T or something like that on there, and you're done. Cap the airbox and you're done. Those are the options for the clean air mod on the Gixxer. What I'm going to do personally, now that I'm talking out loud, I'm positive, because I'm doing this right now, I'm tired of waiting, I'm taking this one and I'm connecting it to this one. Okay, so all that's going to do is if oil travels back up here, instead of going into my airbox and down in these holes and locking my motor up, it's going to travel from here all the way up. It's got to go all the way up, if it does, all the way down around through this hose, and then it come down into these two hoses. Well, guess where these two hoses go? Right into your exhaust. It's going to burn out the exhaust, a little bit of smoke here and there, if you're on a wheelie long enough to run oil all the way up and around and down through there. Okay, that's all you're doing. Now, if you take this hose and do a different option and you run this all the way up somewhere and put an air filter on it, all that's doing is stopping the oil that runs up this hose into the air filter. It just stops the carbons and the oil and all the nasty stuff from going into the atmosphere. You're just being nice like that, okay? That's what you're doing. But same way here, instead of putting the filter on and adding all that shit, now it just goes down in the exhaust and burns off that way. And that seems like the most logical option to me. And again, like I said, this is the only hose that's throwing everybody off a little bit. But here's the thing. I've already looked in my airbox several times, because after I go ride real hard and I do a bunch of wheelies for long periods of time, I get nervous. I come home, I pull this, not this, I was just rubbing dust off. But anyway, I get paranoid and I pull this breather box, the lid off it, and make sure there's no oil in here and wipe it up and see how bad it is and this and that, blah, blah. And all I ever see is a little bit of oil residue, which looks like it would have been coming from this hose, not this hose. Okay, plus, yeah, so I doubt it. Now, like I said, I'm going to do this one where I connect these, and I'll check on it, you know, a couple times and make sure that, you know, it's doing its job. And if it is, then I'll roll with it like that. If it looks like I'm still getting a little bit of residue coming out of this one into the airbox, then I'll switch it up and I'll put both of these on a T and connect it to here. But anyway, there is your cleaner air mod for a 2011 GSXR or newer. This is a 750. Man, I hope I helped some of y'all, because I'm telling you right now, this was a humongous, and I mean humongous, headache for me, man. I'm so happy that I have gotten this figured out today. So now all I got to do is wait for my my step plate, my tail saver to get in. Goes right here. Boy, I'll be a happy camper. Anyway, you guys all owe me a your left nut. Have a good one. Bye.